I'm sat in this beautiful herb garden and I'm going to just talk about the healing and the magical qualities of rosemary, this beautiful, wonderful healing herb. We'll all know it. If you've eaten lamb in Greece or in Italy, they always use this, but it's used in many, many regions, and I absolutely love it. It's a very hardy plant. It's about magical qualities and the strength of women. It's very hardy. There's a big plant bush of it here, and it can grow up to 5 feet tall. I've got some amazing facts, and I thought I'd share this with you because it's about that magic and strength of women. So rosemary's been well known through ancient times for healing benefits, and it's known for strengthening the memory and helping the brain. It's also associated with the fertility of lovers, and was often presented, and maybe still is presented, in hand fasting ceremonies and wedding ceremonies as a gift. It also affects the heart. Sometimes it's known as compass weed or a polar plant. I don't hear those words called that these days. We normally could just call it rosemary. But maybe in some parts of the world they still use those names. Now, the interesting thing, it was usually cultivated in gardens, kitchen gardens, because it's strong, and of course you can use it for cooking. But in England, it was said that if the mistress of the house was not strong or was not ruling the house properly, it would not grow. So this is about that magic of women again, how women took care of their families, take care of their families and thrive. So if the rosemary was not thriving in the garden, she was not mistress of the house. But hence, men used to go and sabotage the gardens where the rosemary was growing well, because they wanted to put their dominance on the household. It's really, really interesting. It's associated with remembrance, and in Wales and other places it used to be placed on the coffin of a dead person before it was put into the ground. Roman priests used rosemary as incense and in religious ceremonies, and many cultures considered it a herb for protection against evil spirits and witches. And of course, women were witches, men were priests. The priests would always feel threatened against the women, and in the witch hunts of Salem, etc., women, the people who were called witches, were just the herbal women, the medicine women, the people who took care of everyone. Always a little bit of conflict there with priests and magic and dominance. It used to be burned in the homes of those who died from illness, and in folklore too, it's very interesting because they say that rosemary can live up to 33 years and then it just dies. And in Christianity, so it's associated in Christianity with Jesus and his mother Mary, because Jesus was approximately 33 years old when he was crucified. It's also associated with the goddess Aphrodite. She is the goddess of love and fertility and sexual love. Greek and Roman scholars used to wear garlands of herbs of rosemary on their heads to help their memory during examinations or tests. And it's also said that the eau de cologne that Napoleon Bonaparte wore had rosemary in it, or was made from the scent of rosemary. And it's also mentioned in 5 of Shakespeare's plays. It's a very exciting herb. So rosemary flourishes where a woman rules, and it is believed that it would not grow in a garden where a woman was not mistress. In France, it was burnt with juniper berries in sick rooms, and in the Middle Ages, people wore rosemary round their necks to protect them from plague, and they used to carry a twig to protect them from evil eye. And I would believe that. I mean, it's really lovely. I mean, sometimes I actually wear a piece because I love the smell so much, and I always feel strong when I'm using it. Rosemary is believed to attract the fairies. Well, as you know, I love fairies, and it brings good energies, and I would believe that because the smell is very, very uplifting. Rosemary twigs can hang over babies' cradles to protect them, and it was said in medieval times that they would put it over the babies' cradles to stop the fairies stealing the babies. A man who is indifferent to the smell of rosemary is unable to give true love, and a woman who smells rosemary frequently will retain her youth. So ladies, you know what to do. It was used in Greece as an embalming herb, and also in ancient Egypt. It can be used in spells for fidelity and remembrance, and dispel jealousy. It's good in ritual baths and making herbal water for cleansing, ritual cleansing and blessings and purification. And it says that bathing in rosemary will enhance your memory. And if you wear oil behind your ears, it will make you more memorable to the people that you meet throughout the day, and sometimes unforgettable, or you can make an impression. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to have an interview and you need to make an impression, wear rosemary oil. Now, it says also, I have this real note, I'm just reading it here because I didn't want to get this part right. Because it symbolises love and loyalty, it may be given to wedding or hand fasting gifts to the couples getting married. And if a bride and a groom plant a rosemary plant together on their wedding day, they can watch it grow, and they will grow to the divine family's fortune, and they will have fertility and success and abundance. Now, it also says, for those of you who still haven't got a partner, if you haven't chosen a mate, but you have several people in mind, so what you do is you take some plant pots, and inside each plant pot you plant a piece of rosemary for each of those possible suitors. And the one that grows the fastest is the one that will be your best choice and bring you love. So it will attract love and it will attract healing energy. Isn't that amazing? So you can burn it in the home to cleanse the home, just like you do with sage, and it can drive out negativity from a space, from your mind, from a person, and from an object. This is simply amazing. You can wear bundles of herbs with rosemary in to protect you from negative people and negative energy. And in aromatherapy, it is used to help to aid memory. And you can use it if you've got a big exam or a test when you're studying. Use it because it will aid your memory and help you to find the answers that you need. And it is actually now scientifically proven that rosemary can enhance the memory. Because it's associated with loyalty and fertility, you can put it into the bouquets of a bride, or as gifts for people trying to have a family. So it wards off evil spirits, it helps you to retain your youth, it's good to help you to remember things. It also helps to dispel jealousy, and it helps in the sick room, and it helps to banish negative energy and evil spirits and witches. Linked to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, fertility, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful herb. You can drink it, you can eat it, use the oils, and for women, as wise women, I really just recommend you have it around the house. I actually even dry it sometimes and put it into my cupboards. It helps to keep the clothes smelling nicely, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful herb to have. Many healing benefits and very easy to grow. You can grow it in pots in your windowsill. It does like some sunlight, but not too much. And remember, if you want to that job or that interview and you want to make a lasting impression, use the rosemary oil because it makes you unforgettable. I hope you enjoyed that little chat on rosemary. Hope you can see my lovely rosemary bush. Go out there, be that strong mistress of your own household. And whilst the rosemary's growing strong, the men won't dominate. Thank you for listening.